What's up, everybody? Back with another video here, Shady Hamster. Today's video we're gonna do top 3 meta weapon loadouts. And if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe and tell me in the comments below what your favorite loadout is. Let's begin. So my first loadout is C58, MP5, Quick Fix, Overkill, Tracker, Semtex, and Heartbeat. I will go over them more in detail later on. So for the C58, this is the best loadout you can have for it. I would use Agency Suppressor, help with sound suppression, recoil control, bullet velocity, and damage at range. And well, the only suppressor that comes close is Suppressor, but it doesn't even help that much. So Agency Suppressor. Then barrel, you want to use Task Force. I don't have that right now. If you look on top right, I'm level 47. I'm almost like 1,000 points off. But I use Ranger. Ranger is also a very, very good barrel. It's up to you, personal preference. But Ranger is very good. Task Force, in my opinion, is better. Just helps with way more stuff. So I'll use Ranger for now, but once I get level 48, I'm putting that Task Force right on. For optic, it's no doubt in my mind, Axel 3 times. You see some YouTubers trying to do the Royal Cross, but it zooms in too much for me, so the Axel 3 has always been my favorite, especially since they got rid of that like visual recoil. I use the precision reticle. It's my favorite. Some people like that. Like, I have a bunch of reticles. But, precision is my favorite. For ammunition, you can use 40 round drum mag if you want to, like, be a little more nimble. But that's what I use the SMG for. So I use 55. And then for underbarrel, I use a field agent grip. It just helps with a lot of recoil control. And overall, this is a very good top tier weapon in my opinion. The only downside is the fire rate's kind of slow, so if you miss your shots, I would not suggest this weapon. Because if you're in a gunfight and you miss like 2 shots to the right, well, you might as well screw yourself because the slow fire rate's very unforgiving. But if you have great aim, this is the gun for you. And then I used a Mac-10 with that. I used the sound suppressor. The agency suppressor is good, but the sound suppressor, so agency does sound suppression, vertical recoil, bullet velocity, and effective damage range. This one does sound suppression, aim down sight speed, bullet velocity, and it kind of, so this one all pretty much movement speed and like quickness. The sound suppressor just makes you feel like more nimble. The agency is kind of like, nobody uses the agency anymore. The Task Force is a no-brainer, helps with effective damage at range, bullet velocity, and strafe speed. Strafe speed is very important to me. Tiger Team Spotlight helps with movement speed. And, well, it's a no-brainer for ammunition. 43 is just a little too, it's just, you can't do anything with that. The Mac-10 runs out of ammo decently fast, and this one just hurts your aim down sight time, and that's what these two things are trying to help with, so you don't want to decrease it. So 53 is just pretty much right in the middle for me. And then you would want to equip the Raider stock. It helps with, the Raider stock is pretty much, if you strafe, it's the perfect stock. Some people like to equip the Striker grip. You can get rid of this. This is the really quick Mac-10. Like, this makes you run like Naruto running, like that speed, you know? You feel me? But yeah, I don't use the Striker grip, honestly. It's not my favorite. I use a Raider stock, help with strafe speed way more. But that's the Mac-10. Take your screenshot. Take your screenshot with, and then just put Task Force under it. 2 best, in my opinion. I use Quick Fix, which pretty much means when you kill somebody, your health regenerates all the way back to full. When you use Overkill just lets you use 2 of these. Because, let me just go to a loadout I don't use. If I use Ghost, you wanna see what will happen? Wait, what is this? This is new. Okay. Well, Ghost, pretty much, if you equip Ghost, you can only equip handguns, launchers, and melee. Ghost is just a pain. You use Ghost when you get your second loadout, usually. And Tracker lets you see the people's footprints, so you can see where they're going and will track them down, as state the name. Semtex is like a sticky grenade that you throw. It's very good. If you want, my second option would be C4, so you could blow up cars and get those easy kills. You can always use thermite. You can always use thermites though. Thermites are pretty good. They take cars down, bro. But yeah, that is one of my top tier loadouts that I use. Another very top tier loadout is the Krig and the MP5 Modern Warfare version. The attachments that you want on the Krig are agency suppressor. For the barrel, I used a Ranger because there is no task force. So Ranger just helps with it's the longest barrel, and usually long barrels help a lot, like a lot with range. That's what you want to use. You don't want to use a laser. Laser bad. You want to use the Axle 3 arms. As like I said, you can use the Royal, but the Axle's always just been my boy, my homie. And again, I use this reticle. And then the Snag Fit 60. The 45 is just 2 less, and this hurts your aim down sight time. Snag just right in the middle. And then last one, I would use the Field Agent Grip. Helps with the recoil. The Field Agent Grip, if you have a hard time controlling recoil, and that's one of your options, put that on. I guarantee it will help you a lot. Then for, I don't know why I named this weapon A, if you can see in top right, but you don't want to use a muzzle for this MP5. You actually want to use monolithic integral suppressor, which helps with sound suppression as a barrel and bullet velocity. Just helps. It kind of looks sick in my opinion too. I use the 5MW laser, which helps a lot with hip fire. You can use, here, I'll get to that later actually. 45 round mag, because you don't want a 10 round mag. I've seen a lot of people use Merc foregrip, which is what I would use, but this kind of helps with like recoil and stuff. I use this Merc foregrip. Merc foregrip has a special hidden mobility in there, so it helps your mobility a lot. And you can either use the FTAC collapsible stock, or you can use sleight of hand if the reload on this gun is way too slow for you. Honestly, I do this loadout, but if the recoil isn't slow and you enjoy the recoil speed, you can always do this. This is the best hip fire build that you can see, and it's pretty good aim down sight time. Those are the things I use: overkill, tracker, and high alert. No, not high alert. Semtex, and oh yeah, we didn't go over the heartbeat. I think you all guys know what a heartbeat is. Don't really have to discuss that. But this is what I use for. I use Ghost like this, but sometimes I also use I have to fix my Ghost loadout. Sometimes I also use high alert. High alert's pretty much whenever you get aimed at from any side, your side will pulse with the whole side of your screen lights up and starts pulsing, and it helps me get out of sticky situations, so I know where they are. Helps knowing where your opponents are. You want to equip Ghost in solos though, no doubt. This is the Fin LMG. It's not bad. That's not in my video, but showed it to you. Then for the last one, this might surprise you, which is FARA 83 and as Val. It might be surprising. The Groove suppressor is one of the best suppressors in the game. Always use it. You don't even need to question it. Just helps with everything you can imagine. The barrel. So people might think the Spetsnaz RPK barrel might be better, but the Liberator, I've seen a lot of YouTubers and me, in my opinion, the stats, they help with recoil a lot, and in my opinion, since the FARA got nerfed, this is the way to go after the FARA got nerfed. Don't want to use a laser. You want to use axial arms 3 times. Like I said, you can always use that, but I don't like it. I also use precision on all axial arm 3 times optics. That's NAS grip, which helps with all recoil. It's kind of like the field agent grip. And then this is just not enough ammo. Hurts your aim down sight time, right in the middle. And that is the FARA 83 in a nutshell for you. And, oh shoot. Okay, and so, as you can see, you want to use the longest barrel possible. This is the very big barrel. Helps with damage range and bullet velocity. I'll get the lasers to last, because you can decide which one. The 30 round, it comes with a 20 round, but 20 is just not enough. I think you guys can agree with me on that. Also you can use the Merc foregrip, or you can decide between commando. I will use the commando, but the Merc foregrip comes with extra little movement speed, but the Merc is the commando. The commando is just alpha over the Merc in this scenario. For perk, I would use sleight of hand, because you're going to be running out of ammo a lot. Since you're going to be running out of ammo a lot, you're going to want to reload a lot, and that helps with reload quickness. Then finally, lasers. These are the 2 lasers you want to use. Tac laser. So if you want to hip fire with this gun, the M5MW laser helps with all hip firing weapons. If you want to use a hip fire gun, helps so much with hip firing. But if you're more aim down sight type of guy, use a tac laser. But if you're not, see, look, aim down sight speed, aiming stability, and aim walking steadiness. This helps with hip fire accuracy and sprint to fire speed, which is what you usually do with hip fire. It's all in your preference. And those are the top 3 META loadouts in my opinion. If you guys enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. And like I said, tell me in the comments below what your favorite loadout is.